Hello everybody, my name is Claire J and I'm a shamanic practitioner. Welcome to your guided shamanic journey class. You are probably here because you have downloaded my PDF called 5 Things to Supercharge Your Psychic. And I would strongly advise that you have absorbed that content and read the PDF before you do your practice journey and your practice class below. If you haven't found the PDF, grab it from my Facebook group, Shamanic Journeying, or go to my website so that you've got a fuller understanding of what the journey is, why we use it, and how profound an art form this human ability that we all carry really is. It's a lost Inca, it's really is lost technology, and comes from the Inca technology with the sacred geometry universe, the beautiful flower of life, which is everything is a sphere. All sacred geometry is a sphere, a sphere, a sphere, a sphere, a sphere, and it's all bubbles making up the entire universe, making up our entire physical reality. And thoughts are shapes. So I work a lot with sacred geometry, shapes, understanding the metaphysical world and the mirror of our physical reality. If anyone does any spiritual work, and you can see prana, which is the energy in thin air. If you look at it for long enough, you start to see it moving in sacred geometry patterns. And it will be moving in very specific mathematical lines. And it's clear to see with the naked eye. We can see energy. We can have evidence that this truly is what it is. It's not whimsical and out there. It very much is very tangible and very grounded. And that is certainly the way that I like to work. I like to be able to, it's not guesswork, not guess and think. I like to know 100%. I can see it here with these eyes as well as with this eye, so that I can relate it to this physical reality. And for me, that's what journey work is. That's why we journey to the worlds, is not just randomly to have conversations in our imagination with energy beings or, go and fly around with unicorns. It's related to this physical existence. It's related to the self-development. It's related to your life experience in this body, because that's the point of it, to have a transformational experience here, to have the growth, to have the awareness. So all of it for me is relatable. That's why the self-development piece is very important for journey work, and we are able to do and learn a lot about ourselves. So when you journey, it's always a really good idea to journal. Journal everything that you get, because your journey is a reflection of your unconscious mind. This is a reflection of your patterns, your beliefs, your behaviors, everything in your unconscious that is creating your physical existence, your reality, creating your own reality out of your unconscious mind and your habits that run every day. And if you journey, you're able to reveal so much about who you are, what your choices have been, and then that information allows you to be able to reflect on that, analyze that, and choose maybe something else, saying, oh, well, that behavior hasn't actually been that effective for me recently. I'm now going to do this. And then you can see if it's come into play by, has your journey changed? If you do the same journey, has this aspect changed and grown? Is it a different colour? Now what is your soul saying? It's a way of having your soul's voice speak through and to you in a really real and tangible way, much like dream analysis, writing down the dreams and then reflecting and understanding what the soul, what the energy space is saying to us through our consciousness, through our dreams, through our journey work. It is profoundly, profoundly powerful work. And I first came across it when I did my shamanic practitioner training in my medicine wheel. And the shaman, the shamanic practitioner will use it for things like soul retrieval, past life work, go to meet ancestral spirits. And from my understanding, shamanic healing, shamanic energy healing, there's so many different ways to learn it and to practice it nowadays. But from my understanding is that it's not a shamanic healing unless your practitioner journeys, unless your practitioner is meeting spirits in the metaphysical realm and doing the work in that soul space. That is why it is a shamanic healing, because the practitioner is able to navigate the metaphysical, have a relationship with and command with the spirit world, to be able to do things, to break ancestral karma, to do this amazing spirit work, and to have the power and presence to be able to carry out those things in the spirit realm. That's what, for me, shamanic practice truly is. You also can have a shamanic practitioner that will journey to meet a spirit and then invite the spirit in to their physical body, and then they would do healings on others once they have, a bit like possession, channeled and been possessed by the spirit. Then the spirit is then working on that group or on that individual. That's two types of ways to do the journey work, that the practitioner will go to the spirits, work with them, or the second step, invite them in so that the spirit is doing the work on the person. There's both types of possibilities. But for us in the Western world to be able to practice the journey, if you're not a shamanic practitioner, it is still extremely powerful for one to do for self-development, so that you can have a conversation with your own soul, meet your own guides, meet your own ancestors and star brothers and star sisters and your galactic family, astral to other planets, and do all kinds of amazing, wonderful work to get messages to apply to this life. We don't make it random. It's always transmuted and applicable to this life and your own transformation, to make it relatable here. So this is the reason why you journey. One thing that I would say, just to make sure you're safe when you journey, basic cosmology, we have the three worlds, the Hanak Pacha, the K Pacha, and the Uku Pacha. This is translated as the upper world, the middle world, and the lower world. And if you do shamanic practice, you learn the layers of the worlds and the keepers of the worlds, and you meet all the spirits and you go into it very much in depth. But for practicing with your own unconscious, I would say rules of thumb when you journey is you want to start, wherever you start, you come back and you finish in the same place. So to use it for self-development, it's a very, very safe, easy, wonderful technique. But wherever you go in your imagination to start the journey, you must come back and finish the journey there. Always come back and finish the journey there. What I would say, what not to do, is if you start, let's say you're starting in a forest, in nature, you journey your imagination, you go to the upper world, and then you're asked to fly back into your physical body, and you don't go back to the forest in nature where you started. You fly directly back in and you imagine flying back into your body. For me, that is a shamanic technique, but that is inviting a spirit into your body. So I would be extremely careful about flying back into your body and imagining that you're flying back into your body. That is something that's used more for possession. So be very mindful and very careful that if you're using other people's journeys, you don't have to follow what they're saying. So if somebody gets you to fly back into your body and you don't feel safe with that, go back to wherever the journey started. Go back to the forest, go back to the place in nature, and make sure you finish your imagination where you started. This will ground you, make sure that it's completely safe, and keep you in your own metaphysical journey, okay? And if you've got any other questions for me about the do's and don'ts, then yes, please write in. Let me know your experience. Tell me. This is an absolutely very safe technique. And for me, whatever happens, there are no mistakes in the universe. There are no mistakes in God. So if you've had a specific experience, it is what your soul is asking of you. It might be quite impactful and very challenging, but there will be a reason for it. So nothing can go wrong in that respect. But you do have to be careful. That's why we open space. We open space before every single journey, and I open space in my practice journeys. It's very safe. Start you off at the same place, journey, come back to the same place with your space opened. And that's how you practice very, very safely, having a wonderful experience, and then journaling and reflecting back on that. Now I think I've covered everything. This is a powerful, powerful way to heighten all your psychic abilities. It is like going to a gym to practice your physical strength. This is practicing your mind energy strength. So if you're wanting to develop those psychic abilities, telepathy, the clairsentience, the feeling in your body, the visions, the when you go and you've lost something and you ask your mind, okay, just show me where it is, and you ask to be shown where the lost object is in your mind. Abilities like that will start to come very, very easily once you practice doing your journey and using this what will feel like your imagination to start with, to elevate all of your senses, to elevate your clairaudience, to elevate your clairsentience, to elevate your ability to astral travel and your energies. So we do the breath work first to boost up the body, fill it with sacred geometry, and then we would do our mind energy boost and practice journeying. So I really hope that you get a lot out of this. It is something that we really should be practicing on a day-to-day basis, at least once a week. It's more important than journeying to, walking. We walk around nature and walk to the shops. But for me, it's very much a time in this physical existence when we will start to be recollecting dreams more. We'll start to be able to speak this language more, having a connection to our souls and our higher selves, and working in this physical in alignment with our soul's voice, rather than that being so distant and that we can't hear it. More and more people are wanting to be on purpose and to know what the angels are saying to them. Once you know how to journey, you have the specific awareness and ability to go and get direct messages. It is all possible, and I look forward to you getting so much out of this. So enjoy your practice session below. Upichai.